Welcome back, everyone, to today's episode of our weekly State of Crypto webinar. My name is Hansen. I'll be the host today. And as always, I have the pleasure to welcome you on behalf of the 21Shares team. Now, I can see the attendees here, and it's nice to see so many recurring guests. You will come out of Corona as an expert in Bitcoin and crypto markets. For the newcomers here, let me quickly introduce our company, what we do, and the presenters today. Now, who are we? We are 21Shares, the Swiss issuer of passive investment trackers for crypto assets. We don't take a directional view on the crypto market, but what we do is we provide you with both the condensed information to understand the market and then the tools to execute on your beliefs. So if you followed the crypto market since the beginning of Corona, you know that Bitcoin has more than doubled in price since its worst day on March 13th. On March 13th, one Bitcoin was worth 4,200 USD. Today, almost 2 months later, one Bitcoin is worth 9,200 USD. And on the slide in front of you here, you see our Bitcoin ETP, which is ABTC in the middle top, and the 10 other ETPs we issued. Some are single assets of the largest crypto assets. There's baskets if you want to buy the market. And if you believe the price is going down, we have short Bitcoin for you. Now, if you have any questions regarding our products, feel free to reach out to Ms. Sina Meyer, who heads our BD here in Switzerland. Okay, so we are so close to the halving now. It's in 4 days, right? The halving, in case you didn't attend our previous webinars, is the equivalent of the Fed announcing the next rate hike in the crypto market. Just in Bitcoin's case, the date and the inflation rate were known since the very first Bitcoin was created in 2009. That's how it works by design. So that's why I'm even more excited today to hear the market views from our presenters today. We'll kick off the session with a quick 5-minute market update from Davide Vicini, our senior associate. And following that, our researcher, Elisia Dingar, will run you through the main drivers of the Bitcoin price, especially in light of the upcoming halving. Before we go, I'll give you a quick fun fact about Bitcoin you might have already heard. So, I mean, if you talk about Bitcoin, right, many people still don't know what you can do with Bitcoins. Bitcoin is an alternative currency, an alternative to fiat money like the Swiss franc, USD, euro, etc. But can you actually buy anything with it? That's the question. And the short answer is yes, but in limited capacity. In quite a few online shops, you can already use Bitcoins to buy products. And today's fun fact is about the very first purchase ever made with Bitcoin. It was made on the 22nd of May, 2010, so pretty much 10 years ago, where a programmer named Laszlo Hanyecz ordered 2 large Papa John's pizzas for a total of 10,000 Bitcoins, which back then was worth around $30. Today, these 10,000 Bitcoins would be worth 90 million USD. Yeah, 90 million USD. You know, the story is famous in the crypto world because, I mean, poor Laszlo, imagine spending so much on a pizza and 10 years later, you'll be a multi-millionaire, never have to work again. But at least what happened, what's positive is that May 22 is now globally known as the Bitcoin Pizza Day, a day of celebration for everyone, except poor Laszlo, who spent $90 million on a pizza. We even might host something on that day. So if you're free, join us then. So I thought that was funny to share today. Now let's get started with the market update. I'm going to hand over now to my colleague, Mr. Davide Vicini.
Thank you very much, Hansen. Hello, everyone. Very happy to see you all back every week. This is the 6th week, and as you all know, we are approaching through the halving. Firstly, what is happening to the top 5 crypto? Bitcoin is on the green range with +6%. Ethereum repo, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV, all losing around 5%. Ethereum 4%, repo 5%, Bitcoin Cash, and 1% Bitcoin SV. If you remember who was here last week, they were all positive gainers in the range of 14–20%. So we see a big retracement apart from Bitcoin that is waiting the halving. So when are we expecting the halving? The halving is expected every time each 210,000 blocks are mined and this occurs roughly once every 4 years. This will be the last halving, is expected in 4 days, May the 11th, and we're still missing 670 blocks to go. So what is the sentiment for Bitcoin? The capitalization, as you can see, it's increasing week by week. Last week it was around 140 billion. This week is 171 billion, 170.7. Volume very high. Last week was around 37 billion. This week, on the last 24 hours, it's 50 billion. We see that in Coinbase, the majority of the traders are bullish every day. If you're following us every week, this is the 6th webinar, the 6th week, and it's the 6th time we see the buy side bigger than the sell side. So let's dive in to understand what we can expect from this halving. The support level, this is always the month graph. The support level always stayed the same compared to last week at 7.5K, while the resistance 9.2K. We saw a huge increase last days in the derivative market with nearly 2 billion volume for Bitcoin futures. 1 month price is up 23%, and the volume are increasing day by day. On the last month, 11%. On the upside, once the price is above 9,000, the recovery might be extended towards 9.5, and a sustainable move above this area would open the way to 10,000, 10,500 range. So what are the indicators telling us? Jumping to the next slide, we see that the moving averages are all above the prices, apart from the HAL moving average, exponential moving average 30, the 50 periods, the 100 periods, the 200 periods, all above, all below the price of today, trading 9,200, 9,300 range. The oscillators are a bit more neutral. This is okay because the volatility haven't sparked yet. Overall, we are on the buy signal side. Interestingly, research on Google Trends showing us that many people are looking at the term Bitcoin halving as it was in the last halving. So you can see on the first orange arrow, we saw an increase in the Google trend search of Bitcoin halving, and the price increased thereafter. We see the same path now for the Google trend, started a bit before. We know that with this period of Corona, many traders, many of us are in home, checking Google, checking news, having their email filled with reminders. So we see a bit of momentum before. And from the signals that we receive from the market, we can see and we can hope that the price will react the same. This is everything from the market. We will speak next week after the halving. That will be fun. I leave you now to my colleague, Eliezer. Thank you.